See, here's what always happens. I'll get stuck in a rut, um, not spiritually, but socially. And that blocks my ambition and really my, uh, I guess you could say, creative power outletting um, whatever that may very well turn out to be. um, it's up in the air, but usually it comes in the form of some type of writing. Really, I really like, whenever I get inspired socially, is whenever I fall in love, and I fall in love like that, just terribly quickly, and I'll do it the same way every time, and I'd say probably maybe maybe 1 out of 5 um, loves in my life actually turn into any type of relationship whatsoever. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less than that. But it's just a pretty safe ratio. But so and usually what also comes and is sort of a transitional thing. Right after uh, young guy falls in love, then he starts listening to Mason Jennings again. Of course, I mean, who else would an intelligent, reasoning, loving, caring young man that's totally socially bereft most of the time turn to whenever he just things start clicking, lining up, the electrical signals start flowing in full working order. Well, not right now because I haven't really had any coffee today, and I've been up for probably at least 16 hours. But so here we go. Here's what I've got so far in this little writing thing. I like to call it. Well, I just like to play with words, really. Uh, it doesn't really ever have any type of structure. I never learned how to write any way, any type of different writing, and I'm a very, very uneducated man, as you probably see by now. But here we go. Just from the heart, I just like to play with words and do a little manipulation and proper grammar. I hate proper sentence structuring. I think all forms of quote unquote proper this and that should be completely abolished for obvious reasons. So I preface it with a quote from Nosferatu, which I am playing right now, a part in the scene. I'm the Renfield, the real estate agent that goes under the vampire spell. But without further ado, here we go. And now, gentlemen, here is another type of vampire. Transparent, without substance, almost a phantom. That was spoken by Dr. Van Helsing in the 1922 silent film Nosferatu. So, but here's the actual poem. I love that quote. Uh, what am I waiting for? A fleet of ships to come ashore, and one by one, they'll all slowly, surely come to more. As another friend's silhouette quits my door, And now I'm thinking, I should stop thinking. Stop waiting for the next diversion, next distraction, or even the next development. Fuck it. My left brain is spent. That ship's come and went. Went with my sanity. The globalist fucked humanity. That's the basic gist. Essentially what it is. The most basic boiled down version, yes. But skip on all the rest, yes. If for nothing else, but less stress, yes, say yes. And skip the rest and just invest. Just say and invest in love, truth, and all your best. And that's all I got so far, but I'm planning to make sister poems to this, or maybe even just, this will be one verse, and, I just make up the forms of the types of writing as I go, and then usually in the end, excuse me, I will just take all of my poems, if people want to hear any of the poems, and just smash them all together and just run them straight through, just clear through from beginning to end, in no particular alphabetical or numerical or chronological or whatever else have you, anatomical order. I'll just, and seriously, sometimes just mish and mash different poems together. And that's just how my brain is firing, and has been firing all my life. It's in total right brain mode. Hence my channel, and people will always, probably look at my channel and or look at me and say, "Oh, that kid is such a drug head. Oh, he's on drugs." Well, no, not yet, and not in the past 4 months at all whatsoever. And I'm proud to say that, really. And but I just want to wait for a day or even a situation when people don't care anymore what I am doing with my body, and realize and have this understanding, and take upon them this understanding that this is my body, and whatever I do to it, I own it, and I will always own it. And see, that's the whole thing. Like, and I'm going to make two YouTubes that are coming. They are coming straight to you, YouTube. But I'm not sure exactly what the second one was going to be again. Something about basic boil down, because I didn't do a good boil down last time, a good breakdown last time. It was a good boil down, but not a good breakdown. And you'll see the difference coming up. The breakdowns will just be faster and with a lot more information and a lot less passion, just a lot more data and sequenced into your left brain, just for you, sweeties. But yeah, so anyway, I just want to wait for that day when people will say, this is his body, he has ownership over it. I have nothing to do with it. I want to mind my own business. Just like my uncle coming down to my grandparents' property and, taking pictures in my greenhouse that was all my idea. If it wasn't for me, that greenhouse would not be there. And if it's not for me, those chickens wouldn't be there. We wouldn't be having this free source of food all the time. There would just be death, disease, illness, and that's the whole thing. Like, my family revels in that to a certain degree, and they admit to it, and they love it to a certain extent. So it's very sickening. But anyway, yeah, my uncle, peeps into my greenhouse. Just total violation of privacy and property, and hemp. All these three things are what this country was built on, what this nation was built upon, and takes all kind of pictures and calls the police and files reports with the police and calls his attorneys and then calls his parents back and says, "Oh yes, sorry, mom and dad, but you can have 3 or 4 or 5 charges on you too, because you knew he was growing these plants, or these awful, evil, satanic plants. You knew he was growing this growth of evil that comes from a seed. Oh, terrible." And so, yeah, you know, there can be charges on you. And what kind of sycophant, psychopath does and says stuff like that? I would never do that to my parents. If I saw anything illicit on their property, I would just be like, hey, you know you got that right there, right? You know, like, cool with me, but, you know it's there. You know, duh. But yeah, anyway, um, so my one other YouTube is most definitely going to be on these quote unquote Christians. I'm going to start getting a lot more personalized um, agenda and style here on these uploads, because I just said, you know, fuck it. If my family finds these videos on their own, fine, great. I hope they do, because it's just a great outlet for me to come, you know, in complete privacy and log my thoughts. So, thanks for watching, YouTube. I don't know, who the hell's really that interested in me. I saw my other one from 2 days ago had 4 views already, and yeah, it's probably someone in Uniontown there, and in that I don't know what you'd like to call that place, a frat house, a boarding house, let's get high and fuck off house. You know, a combination of the three is really, in all actuality, what it is. But yeah, if you're watching it from in there, cool. You know, if you're watching it from some cell phone somewhere, and I told you about my channel, and you know, check it out. Like me at the bottom of the video if you like, or you can, you know, of course, always link my videos to your channels or your other videos, and you know, spread it virally. Let everyone know my thoughts and my outrages and my personal convictions. I love you guys.